last episode. We had a fairly uneventful run down to Polperro from Plymouth with the wind behind us. Wasn't huge winds, it was a lovely flat sea, and we've got both boats into Polperro harbour, moored fore and aft. It was all pretty straightforward. So with everything squared away, it's time to row ashore and go to the pub. It's a great little pub. You just row from the outer harbour through to the inner harbour and turn to the west, and there's some steps and a tie-up for your dinghy in the corner. You just need to tie it out of the way if you're doing it during the daytime, because there are tripper boats come in and out there. But it's all really straightforward and everybody's really helpful. So after a bit of a trip to the pub, it was back to the boats and get our heads down, get a bit of a sleep, ready for setting sail back to Plymouth tomorrow. The only mild concern was we had a tidal range of 19 feet, which is big, and I knew that we were going to go pretty close, and with the wind running around to the northwest, it was just pushing us close to the shore as the lines went a bit slack on low tide. So Max and I chucked a line out across the channel to pull the boats clear of the shoreline, just while the tide finished going out and came back in a bit. Unfortunately, that meant getting up at 3 in the morning to take the line off so the fishing boats didn't foul the line as they come out. They tend to leave quite early, sort of 3 or 4 in the morning from Polperro at this time of year. So it was all fine. I mean, it was a bit of a disturbed night, but then that's all part of the adventure. You know, it was great. And then Lily cooked us a brilliant breakfast in the morning, bless her. So I had breakfast on Seahawk. That set me up really well. All we've got to do is get everything organised, cast off, head out into the English Channel, and pop up some sails for the run back to Plymouth now the wind had turned to the west. So give the dogs a quick run ashore. Seahawk have got 2 big guard dogs, as you can see in the bottom of the tender there. Hey, they make a lot of noise if anybody strange comes to the boat. Here we are launching the spinnaker. So I've got it all set up ready, and here it goes. So that's just kind of a rough setting. I've got the tack line at the front and the sheet. I'll adjust it approximately. Now I've got to nip back and get in the cockpit and start tweaking it so it flies really nicely and we get the most speed out of it. So in a minute you're going to see a shot of it where the tack line is a lot longer. It's only very light air. Here we go. So let the front of the sail right out there, trying to get it in some clean air away from the mast. Obviously as the wind's blowing behind us, you get quite a bit of turbulence come off the mast, so if you can get this sail out in clean air, it makes a huge difference. And when you've only got light wind, every 0.1 of a knot counts. Time for a bit of a change now. The wind has shifted round from directly behind the boat to on the side of the boat, on the beam. So shorten up that tack line, get the front of the sail pulled down to the front of the boat a bit more. Wind the sheet in a bit and we're slipping along still. Perfect. And then to make the weekend complete, the dolphins join us. They are so cool. I just love the way they play chase around the bow of the boat. They're so fast in the water and so hard to film too. They are really difficult to capture on the camera sometimes. Well, they didn't stay with us very long, this little pod. It was really nice to see them.
Fish are too big for the barbecue. We need to catch smaller ones, please. Or I've got to get a bigger barbecue, one or the other.